Hey, greetings everybody. Larry here from Larry's Fountain Pens, and welcome one, welcome all to my next video. Come on, come on, have a great time, get together, socialize. Let's do the bonding thing, okay? So come on, what are you waiting for? Hey, this is it, Larry's Fountain Pens. Can you dig it? I know that you could, so if you're ready, I'm ready. So let's party hardy, baby. Let's rock and roll and do some love with some fountain pens. You ready? So let's look at the pen I'm going to be reviewing today. First of all, I want to give a special thank you to a buddy of mine, fellow reviewer, Mr. Troy LaPlante. You can find him as well on YouTube. Very nice guy. He's got his head together and knows what he's talking about. Hey, I have the most respect for the gentleman myself. So, thank you again for the pen, Troy. So, this pen is a really cool pen. What makes it so cool to me, it's interesting because it's a vintage pen. It's an older pen. And I'll share with you the information that I found out about this pen, and then we'll do a writing sample. This is the Sheaffer, made by Fine Line Division, W.A. Sheaffer Pen Company. And on the barrel, and let me get my magnifying glass out so I can read it to you again. It does say made in USA by the Fine Line, Division, W.A. Sheaffer Company. Making double sure that I got that information correct, because that's really important. And it is a lever filler. Now, Troy worked on the pen. I believe he changed the sack, worked on the nib, and, you know, Troy did just an amazing job on this pen. You know, I wasn't surprised because knowing Troy, he does excellent work. At least I think so. He does, you know, great reviews. He knows his business. He's just an all-around nice guy, and I appreciate all he does for the fountain pen community. He puts out some really nice videos. So, a cool pen. It's a twist-off cap with a stainless steel nib. And this nib is going to be interesting, and I'll explain later. The length of the pen cap is 5 1/4 inches long. Posted, it goes about 6.2 inches. Now, I think we need to do the weight, which I forgot to do. Shame on me. We'll go ahead and weigh it. It does have some ink left in it. Shouldn't have a whole lot because I have been writing with the pen, as I always do pens, to check them out to see how well a pen performs, adapts to my hand. I get to know the pen gets to know me. So 13.1 G's on that. So, got the weight on that for you. And it has the clip, sturdy clip. See if we can put it on my shirt. I don't have a pocket. And no problem as far as the clip. It's nice and secure on the shirt. And that's real important. For me, now this is just me. I need a clip on my cap. That's the deal breaker. I do have some that do not have clips. I don't use them all that much. And why? Because I tend to carry so many pens in my pen case, but I always carry a pen on my shirt. And once that pen has run out of ink, I wash that out, put it aside, let it rest, pull one out of my pen case, I put it on my shirt, then I rotate and get another pen, put it in the pen case, and so on and so on. So, yeah, a deal breaker for me is I need a clip. So, back to the pen. I do like the way the pen feels. It's a gold-plated cap. It's got a nice wide gold-plated band it goes well with the black barrel. And on the nib, it feels, well, here on the top of the nib of the finial, it's nice and smooth dome on there, right? And on the band here is the same as the dome. But when we get to the main body of the cap right here, it has like little ridges in there. Can you hear that? And which is interesting. You don't hear it on the band part because it doesn't have that same kind of pattern that the cap does. So that's pretty cool. I found that interesting. And on the clip, it does have fine line on the clip. So that is definitely on there. In 1950s, the Liverfield fine line was a lower-end Sheaffer product with an interchangeable nib. Nibs 341, which I haven't seen, and then there's 341 and 343 nibs. The lower the number corresponds to a finer point. This is the information I've got. And on this nib, and let's go ahead and take the nib out and we'll post it. 3 digits, let me see here again. Yep. This is the 343 nib. And the 343 nib is a broad nib. That's what I found out. So, again, the nibs, the 340 is the extra fine, the 341s are fine, and the 342s are medium, and the 343s are broad. So very interesting fountain pen, to say the least. I found this pen to be a very smooth and wet writer. Comfortable in the hand. It fits really nicely in the hand. And I've used it for long writing sessions. And again, the gold toned cap with the black barrel goes together very well. I guess back in the day they made lower end pens, so made that more affordable for people like me that wanted a nice pen, could afford one. And Sheaffer is one of my favorite brands. Sheaffer puts out a good fountain pen. So what do you say now? We will do some writing. Let me put things aside, my friends. Really, it is a nice fountain pen, and I'm debating if I'm going to leave it like this, original, or am I going to put a polish to it. I may polish it. If I do, I will give an update down the road, okay? So let's go ahead and do some writing with this. All right. Here we go. There you have it. The nib writes very well. We'll do just a few little S's. Nice ink flow. We'll do the little wet test I do. Nice wet nib. It's what I like. Everything that I like in a pen and in a nib it has. As we go down the barrel, there's just a slight step off right here where the cap screws on, but it is, you know, not going to be annoying or bothersome for large fingers. I hold my right here on the grip right about here, but some people may want to hold it up higher, which I've done to make sure, at least for me, it's not annoying. But reverse writing. And it does give you some different line variation, but it does start to fade out, okay? But you can. For those who do crossword puzzles, that's what I hear. They like to do some reverse writing on it so they can get into little squares. So I think that it would probably work well enough. And, you know, for those who like to do some different line variations when you're writing, as long as you're doing enough regular writing, and then occasionally you may want to turn your pen, reverse it, and write upside down with it for whatever reasons, to do 3 or 4 words or 1 word, then you can put it back over. I think you'll be just fine when you do reverse writing. But the pen, very nice. You know, I'm loving it. And the ink I'm using is the Private Reserve Tanzite, one of my favorites. So there you have it. Then I'm going to bring a friend on board here in a minute and show you another one. So we're going to set this one aside. And here's a little buddy that I still have ink up. Right here. And it is also a Sheaffer. And I've done a review on this one already. This is the vintage Sheaffer, 50s, 60 eras. Just a simple Sheaffer pen, nothing flashy, nothing fancy, basic. That the people used back in the days, go to work, school. But a lot of history with this pen, the reason why I bought it, and pull-off cap, and the pen just writes extremely well. So let's do one with this one. And there you have it. This nib writes really nice. And I just want to kind of show you both pens. Show you these nibs for a minute. Look at the nibs here for a second. They look almost similar, but they're not, because this is the one on the right that is numbered with the 343, I believe. 343, the broad nib, and this is a medium nib. It's not numbered. It's different. So But just looking at both nibs to show you the nibs and show you the length of the pins. I find all that interesting. Both are really nice pens. This is really a sweet pen. I enjoy writing with the pen. And when it runs out of ink, I will definitely ink it up again. So, yeah, I've inked this pen up 4 times now, and I just keep it with me. I just love it. And this one I'm in love with as well. It's just a really nice fountain pen. So that's going to do me on this review on these Sheaffer fountain pens. I will be doing a review shortly on pen pals in letters. I have had a request to talk about this because some people think, and I agree, that it's very important. I'll tell you why later. Folks, thank you for joining me today on Larry's Fountain Pen. Remember, I'm your humble host. I'm here for you, and I appreciate all y'all do for me. God bless each and every one of you, and have a great inky day. Ink it up and have a great time. Have a blessed day, my friends, and don't text and drive. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.